Well, breaking news coming in as we start this half-hour bulletin. Fresh corruption allegations against Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan. The Hawks are investigating allegations of corruption regarding special pension fund at the Department of Defence and Military Veterans. A memorandum from the Hawks, which ANN7 has in its possession, proves that such an investigation is indeed in place. The complaint was first made in May of 2016 when the Hawks received info about corruption between 10 and 11 million rands that was paid to Gordhan from the pension fund. The allegation claimed that Gordhan was not entitled to such a payment, being a public office bearer. In December of last year, a meeting was held between the Hawks and Marion Mtembu, that's the DG in the Premier's office in the Eastern Cape, who confirmed that she indeed paid Gordhan and other senior officials. According to the Hawks memorandum, Mtembu had said that Gordhan qualified for the payment but did not want to submit an affidavit to the effect. The memorandum, however, states that nothing was found supporting the allegations from the Auditor General's office. Gordhan's name did not appear in the CD containing the names of the eligible people that were paid between 2009 and 2014.
Now, Buntu Williams joins us in the newsroom for more on this story. A very good afternoon to you, Buntu, and thank you so much for joining us. What exactly is the status of the investigation right now as per the memo?
Well, heart-stopping stuff here that we're learning about, but to the protagonists involved, they are very much aware. Minister Pravin Gordhan would have known because the Hawks analyst did speak to his Director General sometime in January this year. And of course, the Auditor General has also been consulted to establish some nitty-gritties and some detail into who was paid and whether Minister Pravin Gordhan's name appears in the list of those people eligible to have been paid between 2009 and 2010, 2011. Of course, we know that that list goes back to 2009 up to 2014. But anyway, the important thing is that now the Hawks are considering approaching the National Director of Public Prosecution for their guidance to basically evaluate whether there should indeed be an investigation or indeed a case be opened against anybody who is found to have received and benefited unduly from the pension fund that was meant for military veterans.
Buntu, why would it have been illegal for Gordhan to receive this money? What is the purpose of this investigation exactly?
In 2005, I think the law was promulgated that, military veterans, which are defined as those who were in the liberation struggle and left the country to join MK or APLA between 1960 and 1994. Of course, it also includes those who could have been in the Union Defence Force before 1961, before South Africa became a republic, who were fighting, for the forces in power at the time in South Africa against which the liberation movement was fighting. So all of those people would qualify. They would have had to have undergone training. They would have had to have left honorably, and they would have, of course, be in pension and not active participants in affairs of the Defence Force or in the Defence Force.
Now, who lodged the complaint with the Hawks in the first place?
Well, interesting one there, because information available is that a first report was submitted around May, and then there was another one in September of 2016, which basically continued along the same lines that some people had benefited unduly, and that Minister Gordhan allegedly received some 10, 11 million rand from a fund which later actually fell under Treasury. So around about the implementation, they believe some money was siphoned off to him. But I understand that is not the only one. There are other senior officials that they're looking at who could have benefited as well. But the thing is now, when they look at the list of allegations, at the list of names of those who are eligible, which they get from the Government Pension Administration Fund, They haven't found the names of these individuals, including Minister Pravin Gordhan, amongst those eligible to have who were eligible to receive any pension from that special fund created for military veterans. So if they should not be in that list, it means then some investigation will have to take place and determine whether they got the money indeed, and if they did, under what circumstances. Remember that, you have now one of the persons involved in the whole thing is a DG in the office of the Premier in the Eastern Cape, and she was interviewed according to the memo by the Hawks, and she confirmed that she approved the payment of Minister Pravin Gordhan at the time, and this person only refused to put together an affidavit. And still there's other two sources who provided the first two reports. Those sources could not be named, and some effort was made to trace them. It doesn't seem like they managed to pick up anything on those.
Right, Buntu, thank you so much for your time. Buntu Williams there, just giving us clarity on breaking news coming in. Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan being investigated for fresh corruption allegations by the Hawks. And ANN7 indeed is in possession of a memorandum from the Hawks that confirms that such an investigation is indeed taking place.